The defense in the Senzo Meyiwa Murder Trial has requested an on-site location at site where accused number one, Muzi Sibiya, was allegedly assaulted. You might remember during the course of the ongoing trial, Sibiya had claimed that he was assaulted by police at multiple occasions after his arrest. Watching developments for us is our senior reporter, Chriselda, who joins us now live. And Chriselda, we've been watching for some time now this journey to one of the sites, presumably where Muzi Sibiya was apparently assaulted. What are you able to tell us about what today's proceedings entail?
Well, these are live pictures. We are en route to one of the locations where accused number one, Muzi Sibiya, had alleged he had been assaulted by police after being arrested on the 30th of May 2020. You would recall that he alleges that he was assaulted by police not just only after he had been arrested on the 30th of May, but he also claims that he was arrested on the 5th of June 2020. And the 5th of June is significant because this is the day where he also alleges that he was assaulted. And this is the day when Muzi Sibiya is alleged to have made this confession at the Diepkloof police station, where he also claims he had been assaulted, he had been kicked, and he had also been forced into signing a confession. Sign that confession freely and voluntarily. So at this particular stage, I'm sure you'd be able to see the visuals on our screen, a bit of a larger police contingent than what we've seen inside court. You would recall that the state in the Senzo Meyiwa Murder Trial had objected to this in loco inspection. Now, an in loco inspection basically is that we are headed to a location that accused number one, Muzi Sibiya, says he was assaulted at. And even though there'd been aerial photographs that had been shown inside court, advocate Charles Mnisi, who represents accused number one, had indicated that those aerial photographs were not enough and that the lead investigator in this matter, Brigadier Bongani Kininda, had given a different description, that of a Muzi Sibiya. Hence, advocate Charles Mnisi, I'm just going to ask our colleagues to just go a bit forward. You'll see it's quite a large police contingent. I would count about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, just 9 cars in front of me from where I am. I'm hoping that my colleagues would be able to get a little bit closer, so we're able to show you. There had needed to be quite a larger police presence. You'd recall that the state had mentioned that it was against this inspection in loco. It believed that the aerial photographs that were provided were sufficient, and advocate Charles Mnisi basically pressed on wanting this inspection in loco to take place. So you'd recall the last sitting that we had adjourned for recess and were due to begin once again, or to resume, on the 21st of July. However, we got wind of the fact during the course of this week that we're actually going to have the inspection in loco taking place today. So a little bit earlier on, Judge Gauteng wanted to inquire from the security whether enough security measures have been put in place. I'm under the impression at this particular point, Ayanda, that we will be visiting one area. So one area, I'm not really going to give an indication in terms of where we're going for security reasons. I will announce that on my arrival there, because you could understand the sensitivities around the locations to where we are going. One of the issues that the state had mentioned was, the safety of the community, the safety of the teams that are part of this convoy, that are representing the accused are also part of this convoy, and in fact all of the accused are part of this convoy, even though this relates to accused number one, Muzi Sibiya, and where he claims he had been assaulted. Judge Gauteng, in the past proceedings that we had, indicated that these 5 men are accused in one matter, so all of them need to be part of this process that we're going through to here today. So that is what the part of this inspection in loco. So basically inspection on location. We're going to a location that accused number one, Muzi Sibiya, claims he was assaulted at. Recall, some of the places that he mentioned a parking lot near the police station. He mentioned a municipal area, an area where there's a police station and some other buildings there. He also mentioned the Diepkloof police station, where he says he was coerced or forced into this confession, which he allegedly deposed on the 5th of June 2020. He claims he was also assaulted there. So this is part of the process of what is expected to take place today. I won't give you an exact location of where we are at this stage, Ayanda. I will do another crossing on the channel once we get to that particular location. We're also just trying to safeguard a situation where you would have members of the public who would converge on that particular area, because it is a very tight security situation. I'm not sure what you're able to see from where we are at this point, but we should be able to show you some of these visuals of this contingent that is headed to this location, one of the locations that Muzi Sibiya basically says that he was assaulted by police. But you would recall, during the testimony of the lead investigator, Brigadier Bongani Kaninda, he said that it was impossible that accused number one, basically the authorities or police are denying that any of what Muzi Sibiya claims happened after he was arrested in terms of the alleged assaults. The Brigadier Bongani Kaninda, who is a lead investigator in the matter, also indicating that that could not have happened. There were police officers that were there. There was nothing in the occurrence books about any of the times that accused number one, Muzi Sibiya, had been checked out or booked out of where he had been incarcerated. Nowhere on the occurrence books did it indicate that he had any scars. You would know that if you have someone who's incarcerated who is being booked out, whether it's to court or whether to a police station or wherever he's being booked out to by the police, there is an occurrence book that must indicate the condition in which that individual was returned to the facility, how they left, what time they returned. So police have categorically denied that there were any assaults relating to accused number one. And I mention accused number one specifically because this particular inspection in loco does relate to him. Far more of a police contingent than we've seen during the court proceedings, Ayanda. I must reiterate that. But I can basically tell you from where I am at this particular stage, we're basically looking at about, I would say, maybe another 15 to 20 minutes to the location to which I will announce a little bit later on in terms of where we are. We're not too far from that location. So what Muzi Sibiya is expected to do once he gets to this location, he's expected to point out exactly what happened when he says he was assaulted, what happened at that location, is that the location that he has been taken to. And in fact, during the court proceedings this morning, which were very brief, he was asked by his lawyer, Advocate Charles Mnisi, whether he would be able to point out this area. And he did indicate that, yes, we'll follow a particular direction. It will take us to this particular area. But of course, it is as a municipal area. So we'll tell you a bit more about that on our arrival at that particular area. But of course, this inspection in loco is something that, even the Judge Rata Mogotleng, was the presiding judge in this matter, had asked whether it was necessary, given the fact that there were aerial photographs, and those aerial photographs basically show this particular area. But because Advocate Charles Mnisi, who is his legal representative, has indicated that at this particular point, those aerial photographs are not enough, basically. And that the description that the lead investigator, Brigadier Bongani Kaninda, is giving is different to that of accused number one. He felt that this inspection in loco is something that needed to take place. So we're expected to hear from Muzi Sibiya once we get to that location. He will tell us in detail, once again, what he claims happened at that location, how he was assaulted, what did police do, and also remember, it's 2 occasions that he claims he had been assaulted. This is on the 30th of May 2020, on the day that he was arrested, and on the 5th of June 2020, on the day that this alleged confession was taken at the Diepkloof police station in Soweto.